welcome to another episode of Linked Up with Michael Flix. I'm yours truly. Today I'm here with Kayla and Apple from Babes Bootcamp. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Apple.
And we're Babes Bootcamp.
Nice. They're not exactly sure what you call yourself, but they're a fitness team here in San Diego that moves all over San Diego, making sure everyone's staying active, staying fit, staying healthy, and things like that. My first time, I actually seen you at the Poway gym because you being there.
Oh yeah.
But my first time actually seeing you guys your business was online. I think you guys were doing like the day party thing where you would do the fitness thing before the day party.
That's right.
I thought that
Hard
was
Rock.
nice. I thought that was a really good idea. That was the first time where I seen you guys. But basically, Linked Up is it's a platform for entrepreneurs to kind of promote themselves, tell their story, and talk about like how they got started and what they plan on doing next.
Awesome.
And so that's what we're gonna do here today. And so both of you guys are here from both of you guys are from San Diego.
That's correct.
Yep, born and raised from in San Diego.
Nice. What high schools did you guys go to?
Poway High. That's how we actually met and became besties.
Poway.
Okay.
12 years later.
Nice. That's cool. So did you guys play any sports at Poway?
I personally didn't. I was actually raised in Tucson.
Okay.
So with that being said, I always was active. I played soccer, basketball, and then ultimately I gave my high school career to softball. Mm-hmm. And I was a third baseman with a mean backhand.
Nice.
So
She still has a mean backhand.
You know what? I decided not to pursue it with college ball, but still I knew that fitness and being active was going to be a passion of mine, and it kind of just transpired with her. So.
Yep.
Softball for you as well?
Not softball for me. I did gymnastics all my life, and then from gymnastics it was cheer, just to stick with the tumbling. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't more of the dancing type. I like to do the tumbling and the flying and the flipping. Mm-hmm. But it was gymnastics, cheer, and then I pursued cheer in college as well.
Okay, nice.
So
what college did you go to?
Chadron State College. So it was in Nebraska, and it was a D2 small town, one stoplight. All there was a Walmart. That was our kind of like fun night thing to do at times. Uh-huh. So for those collegiate athletes out there that are going to a small town, just be prepared mentally to get your mind right. Mm-hmm. But that's what kept me going a little bit, is to be able to do cheer, and then cheer my husband on the sidelines, because that's the main reason why we went out there, is because he got a scholarship for football.
Nice.
So I was able to travel, watch all the games, stay active. Something really cool about being a cheerleader there too is that I started the program from 4 girls to 22. So it was a program where, they are just up and running, trying to figure it out, and I kind of stepped in with the coach there and just figured, how can we make this better, bigger, more advanced, and be able to actually show out. So that's something that was really awesome to build the program up.
That's dope. Little known facts about me that most people don't know. I almost did cheer myself in college. Yeah, because I've always been a tumbler. Like I could do like the back flips and the front flips and all that. And in my high school one day, just like I think it was during volleyball practice, the cheer team was kind of like off to the side practicing, and I'm just being a show off. I just run and do a somersault and do a backflip. And I'm walking out of the gym, and the cheer coach was like, no, come here real quick. Trying
to recruit you.
Right. And then she links me up with one of the cheer coaches at Palomar College. Yeah. And I thought about doing it, but then my ego took over. I was like, man, I'm not going to go to college and cheer. I do regret it a little bit, honestly, because it would have been like an easy scholarship, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you now, you would have enjoyed it. You can even ask, I'm sure some people will pop up and say something, but we had our football players that did their 4 years, and they had one more semester left, and I got them to do it. And They were the stuntmen, they did the flips, all the wrestlers would jump in and do it. But we made it fun and welcoming for the men to feel confident in being a cheerleader. So that was fun.
Like I said, my ego took over. I'm like, what, 16, 17? I'm like, man, I'm not going to go to college and cheer.
I'm not doing that.
As I got older and thought about it, I was like, nah, I probably should have did that. Would have been a lot of fun. So for sports, was the first, both of you, was your introduction to sports kind of high school, or was it before that?
You want to start that?
Sure. I started actually in elementary school is when I found the love for gymnastics. I would just do flips off my couch and do things where break bones and all that, but I figured it out finally, and I started on an actual gymnastics team in elementary school at Painted Rock in Poway. So
Nice.
that's where it started, just the love for like the flipping and all that. And then it just carried on.
Nice.
And then kind of same for me, I kind of started in elementary school, and I was just doing every sport I could possibly get myself into, and from there it just continued on into junior high, high school, and I can't imagine my life without sports.
Yeah.
I literally, there's no way. There's no way.
We're competitive. Anything.
Super
Ping-pong,
competitive. Oh my
anything
gosh.
we do. So we definitely have that like athlete
Nice.
mentality
That's how it should
in
be.
anything we do. So
It makes it fun, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
Like,
does.
I beat down on her, she beats down on me, it's pretty even.
yeah, we do good.
And then it's funny because, like, when we compete against other people, if she wins, that means I win. If I win, that means she wins.
Right,
so
right.
we're always, it's a combo. It's fun.
For sure, 2 for
And
1.
so, talking about being competitive, I gotta ask, with you guys being athletes, how do you feel about how like youth sports has kind of gone to like what it is now? Because when I was younger, it was if you weren't good enough to make the team, you just didn't make the team. If you weren't the champion or like the runner-up, you didn't get a trophy. Now everybody makes the team. Everybody gets a trophy, and I feel like it kind of, I mean, AAU is still pretty cutthroat and pretty hardcore, but I feel like everywhere else it's kind of just like, oh, everybody sign up, everybody get a trophy. How do you guys feel about that?
So, my opinion on that is it's gotten a little, I totally get it, it's gotten a little softer, but again, I kind of come from a town where it was very competitive, and again, if you weren't if you weren't an advanced, athlete, you weren't really going to make it anywhere. And it wasn't it was kind of a harsh reality, but not so much. It kind of just made sense. That's how it was, and I am so glad that I kind of grew up with that, because, I mean, it's instilled the athlete in me all the way through. And again, I totally get it, and I love that there's, everybody feels like they're winning, but at the end of the day, there's only one winner.
Exactly.
And, I'm competitive, so
Right.
I'm going to stick with back how I was raised, pretty
Right.
much.
I agree.
So I think being competitive gets you somewhere in life, and it drives you to be the best person you can really be. So.
If I were to touch base on that, the open opportunity for all these young athletes growing up in the youth, I mean, I do see it every day because I'm with them in my husband's gym. I see it with the process he went through from college to CFL to NFL, all that. The competitiveness is unreal, and the opportunity is limited at times, but the fact that it's open now for these kids, there's so many more sources where these
That's the part I do
kids
like.
are like amazing. All of them are even more advanced than what I saw growing up. So I see all this like potential. I see all these kids that are just great, that should have the opportunity, should get, they're showing their advancement and everything, so that when they have this opportunity, I think it's a great thing at the same time. I get there's one winner, and I get the competitiveness of things, but I think it's great that there's more eyes, there's more opportunity, and just seeing these kids develop.
To kind of touch base on that too, I would say that everything's gotten a little more advanced. So maybe if we all had the same tools as there are now,
I agree
it
with
would
that.
be a little different. And I mean, I think in that sense, it does make the opportunities a lot greater for the youth now. And again, kind of like her man and my man, we actually happen to all be best friends.
Nice.
And my man, he does basketball, and hers does football, and they both do youth, and it's really cool to see them grow and see that our men are giving them tools that they didn't have.
Right.
And so it's kind of, yes, there is
It's
one winner.
yeah.
It's a total love, respect kind of thing. So I totally get it, and I would agree with Apples there that it is very cool to see all the different opportunities that the youth is given now. So
That is the part of it that I do like. I just don't, Anyway, I can go on.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so after kind of like after your sports career and your college sports career, was there any time off from like being active and being an athlete before you started doing what you're doing now, or did you kind of just like keep going and go right into it?
Oh, we went right into it.
Nice.
We didn't necessarily start Babes Bootcamp right into it, but we've always been into fitness together, so we would always be on the workouts together. We'd be
Wake up at
doing
6 a.m.
stairs,
like,
everything.
Always do something, because we work other jobs. We have full-time jobs. I'm a mom now, but we always made sure that even when I got back from college and finally reunited, it was something that we were on every morning. Like, hey, let's go get it in before work. Let's get it in after, in the weekends. Let's figure out something. Even we try to do group things even before Babes Bootcamp.
That's right.
Because we're two women that are constantly encouraging other people as well. So with our groups, with everybody around us, we're always been welcoming to come join us, or like, let's go have fun, let's go do a little workout in the park or whatever it is. But her and I always made the efforts before work, after, always to stay.
Which kind of brought us to, okay, what are we gonna do? We knew that we both wanted to do something in fitness, and we decided, okay, as best friends, what can we make happen? Because we know that both of us are on it. What are you gonna say?
I was saying, well, we literally wake up and be like, okay, let's get it in. We'd have a blast, because you get that pump, like you get your music going.
And we're fun to work out with. It's a good time. It's a good time.
So we get it in, and then we look at each other and be like, oh, off to work. Like, just really upset about life.
Really quick, both you ladies, what are your day jobs?
Okay, so I personally work for an electrical engineering company. I'm a project manager, and I've actually been there now for 11 years.
Nice.
Now it's something that I am obviously working to get out of.
Right.
As Babes Bootcamp grows, that's something that'll, happen eventually.
And then I'm an athlete service coordinator for Ironman.
Okay.
So it was rock and roll before, rock and roll marathons, and then Ironman bought the company out. So I went from being the receptionist to the athlete service coordinator, and then just contracting while I had my son, and just kind of took a little bit of time off, and then back at it. So I do that, and then personal training and boot camps and babes and all that. And mom, so.
And I know you were saying you're trying to get out. Do you love, are you like thrilled there? Are you like, do you want like Babes Bootcamp to be your full-time thing, or like what's the plan for you?
I love what we do at Ironman.
Nice.
It's been so amazing since I've been back, because I've been able to actually work with whatever I have to do with Babes Bootcamp. I've been able to go to the gym and like live my life still, and I work remotely, and I love what I do there. It's inspiring the events, and to see these like triathletes and marathon runners do their thing is so, I get so emotional, and it's something that I really love what we stand for. So I'm happy with doing it for a little bit. I don't want to do it forever. But for right now, I would say that I am like happy there, and how I am, and able to still do Babes Bootcamp and still be able to be involved with my family. The time away for traveling is what kind of gets me at times. Like, I'll be gone 5 to 7 days in the month if I have like an event to travel to. So that's what kind of takes me away a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's my husband works with me on it now, so that's what I'm like thankful for.
I had to ask because the more I dive into like my videography and like my own personal endeavors, and I love my job. I supervise a before and after school program in La Mesa.
Oh,
and I love it. Like, I love working with kids, but the more like whenever I have to stop editing or stop shooting something to go do that, it's like it's always like a conflicting feeling, because like I really want to stick with this, you know what I mean? So I had to ask, and I had to ask because you said you love what you do.
Yeah.
I love what I do, but it's still like that kind of like that
battle.
Yeah, right.
Us too. I mean, we're really trying to figure out right now, like,
Endgame.
Things are leveling up with us with Babes Bootcamp, and it's always progression. We've never really been taken back with the route that we're going, and we still find new things that add to it and what could better us. And as a business, and two women that are so busy and our full-time jobs and whatever it is, it's hard to just break away from that while you're trying to build something. Again, you're trying to build a business, we're trying to build a business, we want it to be successful. We want to make sure that in the end that we're taken care of and we're okay. And that's why it's like that conflicting, because you have a passion and love for something, but you want to make sure that you have a foundation and a solid ground for that. So it's taking slower than what we thought, because we want to make sure we're okay once we leave that, you know.
And it is kind of, like you said, it is really conflicting, because for us, when we're in the gym, that is our like home. That is where we're most comfortable. That's where we have the most fun. We feel the most lively. And so for us, obviously the end game is to be doing Babes Bootcamp full time, meaning whether it's training, putting on big boot camp events for expos, private retreats, private parties, that kind of thing. So that's the ultimate goal, I would say. But, you know, because we do work other jobs, Babes Bootcamp sometimes can take a little bit of a backseat, because we only have so much time to give to it. So for us, we'll be up crack of dawn, 5 a.m., getting a workout in to create social media content for everybody and continue to keep up workouts so that people have things to do when they go to the gym. So it is tough, but it's so worth it. There's not a doubt in our mind that this is what we should be doing, and we know that we're on God's path, and whatever His will is, that's what's going to happen. So,
you guys, I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not in the field, but from my perspective, anyway, it looks like you guys are doing it the right way and doing a really good job at it. Like I said, whenever I see your social media, anything of you guys online, it always looks like really energetic, like really fun. And
thanks. That seriously means so much, because that's the main.
That's our goal, to bring that.
Right. What gave you guys the? So you guys were doing the at the Hard Rock, right? You guys were doing the.
Yeah, so it's called Sunburn Fitness.
Okay, Sunburn Fitness at Hard Rock.
Yes, and it's actually every weekend, but we happen to be there about once or twice a week. I mean, a month.
Okay.
So what I can say is, if you have not made it out to one yet, we're going to definitely invite you to the next couple coming up.
Okay.
Yes.
They are awesome. It starts with a just live, energetic boot camp with us, and and then from there it transpires into a pool party. But what's really cool is it's free, so it's complimentary, and if you go, you get a drink ticket, a free drink ticket at the end, and you get free entrance to the pool party.
Nice.
So it's really cool, because it's a little bit of a different dynamic. We have a live DJ, so that's going on during our actual boot camp, and then pretty much it's just a big boot camp party. It's awesome.
Party. Yeah, it's just rewarding. That we tell our athletes on the rooftop. We say, hey, we all know what you came for. They still came. The most important thing is they still came on a Saturday morning. They come and get it in. They sweat it out. Killing it. I mean, we put them to work, and not only that, you're on turf. On a rooftop, it's hot, and they're just really looking forward to like sweating it out, getting that drink, and having fun at the Hard Rock.
And usually it's from 11 to 12, and it's super nice, because since we're so energetic and so upbeat, I think the workout for them goes by pretty quickly. So they're feeling good about it. Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice. That's an amazing idea. What kind of sparked that idea? What made you guys think to try and do that, or did someone approach you with it?
So I actually work for Park Nightclub in the evenings, so on Friday and Saturday nights, and it kind of approached us in a way, because some other promotion companies had started hearing about, they're doing Babes Bootcamp, they're still in the industry, so how can we get them to collab with us? And so they were starting off Sunburn Fitness, gosh, has it been 3 years ago now?
So we are with them from the jump. We started off with them, and it was something they were testing out, and it just turned into something amazing.
Okay.
So, and it's funny, because it started with our boot camps, it started with like maybe 10 to 15 people coming, and we were feeling good about that. We were like, okay, that's awesome, like 10 to 15 people, they're coming to kill it every time, and then every year, it's just gotten bigger and bigger, and now that we're here, I mean, we'll have 50 to 60 people at the boot camp.
I think
so it is
like
awesome.
70 at this point.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's very big and lively. Like, and that's our goal too. we want people to experience these boot camps. We want them to come feel encouraged no matter the size, no matter anything. So we want them to come and feel good about working out. And I think we do the best with that, just even in our daily lives. We're always encouraging. We're always making sure people are feeling family feel as soon as they meet us.
Right.
And we make sure we like instill that in people right when we meet them. So when they're out there, they come back for more, and
That's right.
that's what we want. We want them to love with that.
It's kind of funny too, because people will look at us sometimes just based off a social media perspective, and they'll kind of think that maybe we could be intimidating in a little bit of a way. But then as soon as they meet us, they're like, oh my gosh, like, because our biggest thing is to make sure that, you know, people feel our energy and that it's only of positiveness. Like we just love everybody, and we want everybody to live their best life through health and fitness, and that's our main goal here.
What do you mean by intimidated, like, at first?
Just, I guess I would say, I kind of know what you're saying in that sense. Like, they don't necessarily know we're as welcoming with a picture, you know, a still picture. You look at them because, you know, in our content, you know, there's certain modeling pictures or certain pictures that maybe they're like, oh, like, we're not as approachable as they would think.
That's the right word.
Then, you know, they'll see a video or they'll meet us and they'll actually see the energy we bring and how welcoming we can be and approachable we are. So it's something that we make sure that, you know, you see all these IG models, or you see all
That's
these
what I was gonna
people
touch base
out
on.
in the world where they're basically think they're don't stink. You know what I mean? Like, so we're out here and we're always making sure that we are welcoming, we are approachable, we're doing something and building a platform for everybody. We're building a platform where people feel encouraged and beautiful in every aspect in their life, you know, their physical appearance, inside, out, all that, their mental game, everything. So we really try to hit that and make sure that they can approach us and trusting us in their life with fitness and just in general as a coach. So that's something that we want to make sure that people, as a boot camp business, a fitness business, that they can approach us and trust us with that.
Yeah, and once they kind of see our goofy, like, dorkiness, I mean, instantly they're all about it and they want to continue. And that's like our biggest thing too, is we just want to build a family. And if that family is thousands of people, then that's what it is. But we just want to, you know, really leave an imprint on people and, you know, allow people to feel good about themselves daily.
When I look at you guys' your presence online and on social media, I can see that it's real fitness, and you guys aren't just like making videos just to like look good. Was that a conscious effort, or was it, you think that's just kind of like an organic thing? Because some people you look at, whether like they're promoting like some kind of tea, or they're like showing you that they coach something, or some kind of fitness person. I feel like a lot of times, I mean, social media is giving everybody a platform, which is great. But I feel like a lot of times people just you can kind of portray anything you want, and it's not really what it is. But like I said, when I look at you guys, I could tell it's like, it's real business, it's real fitness, it's real, you know, health and wellness. Was that a conscious choice, or you think that's just something that's kind of, because you're organic and you're real, it just comes across?
I'd say it's pretty natural, so it just happened to be that way.
Yep.
But then we also both talked about it and we said, that's something we want to make stick out. So we want people to know that we aren't your typical, you know, IG model. We're not a typical IG fitness influencer.
Right.
We're actually out here trying to better people's lives. So right now, you know, we both do personal training, group training, and through that, I mean, I would say
we practice what we preach.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're people that, you know, we'll jump into boot camp and actually train with these people. We're
That's
somebody that will lead the pack. We're somebody that wakes up every morning, we grind ourselves to make sure that when we are leaders of our group, that they can trust in us, like, oh, they know what they're doing. They do that too. They work just as hard as we do. And that's something that we make sure we practice what we preach.
Nice.
And we actually have our certs. We're actually certified.
Nice,
You know what I
okay.
mean? We're not just going based off of, oh, you know, we're trying to be a fitness influencer. We're actually taking the necessary steps.
That's important to say. I'm glad you said that. That's really important.
Yeah. And so for us, we like to stay organic in our personality and just who we are.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that we kind of touched base on as Instagram and social media started to really blow up. We're like, you know what? Regardless of anything, we're going to stay true to ourselves. And I would say from the beginning, it's only gotten better. Like we just, every day is getting more raw. We're doing more live things. We're doing things where there's tons of bloopers in it because that's just us.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to ask because I'm just curious about it. So both of you guys being attractive women, both already in relationships, how is it, I'm sure lots of guys come up, like not all the time, but I'm sure pretty often like guys are shooting a shot or trying to talk to you or anything. Is that something that's like, is it still flattering at this point, or is it something that's like, I wish these dudes would just leave me alone, or like, how is all that for you guys?
I think there's some cases where it's inappropriate, but for the most part, there's not really those times. I think that people kind of, they may take their shot in a sly way, but then we're really good to just kind of be like, but we're so good about it.
We're really good at shooting the shot down.
Yeah, exactly. In a respectful way.
In a respectful way. We take it in and it's a compliment, and yes, we can be flattered at times, and everybody loves a great compliment, and it's nice, and we take it in well. We're not somebody that shies away from it. We're more like, thank you, like we appreciate it.
And we let those people know that we're totally cool to be their friends or whatever. And for the most part, I would say that's the case. Everybody takes it really well from us.
Yeah.
And we just have the personalities kind of to where it doesn't have to be awkward. It doesn't have to be anything.
Again, we are welcoming people. So we train men, we train women, kids, all that. So
athletes.
When it comes down to it, and we have, men approaching us as far as joining our class or our fitness, we make sure that it's still welcoming. Even if they give a compliment, it's nothing weird. It's more like thank you, and we keep it pushing. This is what we're here. This is what we're executing, and that's it. So that's where we're at with it. But
we all love compliments. Exactly.
For the most part,
it's good, and
Right.
Yeah.
I was curious. I had to ask. Big picture. Where do you guys? What's the big picture plan for Babes Bootcamp? You want to like have your own gym? Are you gonna like have a merch line? Like, what's the big plan for Babes Bootcamp?
You can start that one off.
Big picture. So the energy that we bring as Babes Bootcamp, we want everybody to be able to experience it. So right now, as we are growing organically, as we are building these relationships and doing the things that we have as far as the opportunity at Hard Rock, the opportunity to be at Self-Made, here at Ramada, we are taking advantage to let our people know and experience this energy and be able to take it on and moving forward with, like she kind of touched base on earlier, is we want to be able to do live events. We want to be able to have these housewives or whoever it is, if they're on a retreat, we have athletes that come in, they bring their wives and their family. We want them to look at us and say, hey, we want Babes Bootcamp to come out and train us this weekend.
Nice.
We want a schedule, and they bring awesome energy. They look like they know what they're doing, and we want them and do an event or boot camps in the morning, whether it's a private session or a big session like we do at the Hard Rock. But we want to actually ultimately be able to share this energy, share the double encouragement, share all the love that we give into one boot camp, and make it a huge event every time. Something that everybody can experience, whether it's, in this county or all over the world. However we can really expand. Eventually we'd love to be traveling and share this.
Definitely.
So,
and then another thing would be a fitness app in the future. So that's kind of something we're playing with a little bit right now. We're playing with another company where we're, maybe going to do some videos and stuff for them. And then from there, that might open up different doors for us, and even as far as just the actual Babes Bootcamp app, where you can find workouts,
programs,
all the tips on nutrition, that kind of stuff. So those are end goals, and just to kind of re-go over this, but our whole thing is we bring like a vibrant knack of energy to our boot camps, and I think that's what makes us stick out, is where rather than just going to train with someone, you're actually getting like a full-on, almost like life coach in a way, of us just like motivating you and encouraging you the whole way through. And sometimes you may have breaking points. You know, even in our workouts, when we're here with Sia at Ramona Fitness, I mean, he will push you to the very
It's all mental
breaking
for him.
point. And we're kind of doing that same thing in our boot camps, pushing everybody to just break through.
Nice.
That mental break. That's like my favorite thing. And I'll shout out Sia again because he has really helped us get to that point where he's been a coach for us to help and bred that into other people where we're breaking them mentally. Where it's not just the physical and the training part. You know, it could be as simple as how I train here is picking up a rock, like 175-pound rock that you just are trying to walk around the building and you just can't do it. You keep saying you can't do it.
But
and
you
eventually you make it your full circle
Right.
and I'm crying and I'm mentally broken down. And it just could be everything else in life that has gotten to me, but it has helped us like get into other people. All the different coaches that we've had are amazing because we're constantly open to learning.
Totally.
So everything that we've learned, we make sure to take in and be able to spread that to others.
And just to like say one other thing,
Yeah.
we have trainers too. You know what I mean? So there's more. We're always looking to learn more. And so for us, trainers always have trainers. Good trainers always have trainers because there's always going to be someone that can push you harder than you're going to push yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we've always stuck by, and we're proud to say, you know, that we have trainers that have really, helped us break through, even with Babes Bootcamp.
Yeah.
So,
We're trying to build a business and we need that. So we need sources and we need to learn and we're open to it. We're always willing to learn. So
Nice.
yeah.
yes.
Nice. And like I was saying, I work at an elementary school, and we're always looking for like different things to like bring in for the kids. So I'm definitely have to ask you guys to come out and like put
Yes,
something on
please.
for
100%. We would love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, that was all the questions I have for you guys. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.